Hi, welcome to today's episode where we are going to create the rest of our cash book ledgers and then link them to this side, as well as the journal entry ledgers, which caters for the non-cash transactions. So the first thing we are going to do is to change the name. You can do this by double clicking or right clicking the sheets and then rename it. So we are going to name it chart of account. Now to this side, we are going to format the heading and let us swap it, bring it to the center, and then reduce some of the sizes. So particulars or description should have more space. Main classification shouldn't have a lot of space. Item, okay, so I think it is fine. The next thing is that we are going to reduce the sizes, okay, and change the font to Times New Roman. All right. Okay, so we are coming to link the main classification to the chart of accounts, right? And we are going to do so using the data validation. So once we are here, we go to data validation, we go to the list, and then we have two ways of referring or creating a data validation list. And what we are going to do is that we are going to use what we have already named. Remember that the main classification, we have named it as a range and it is main classification. So we just enter main classification. Then, okay, once we are done, you will see that when you click on the drop down, you have the option to select whatever we have in the main classification. For instance, let us select revenue. All right. Now, we need to also create a validation, data validation for the item or the subclassification. And this one, we are going to use a function called the indirect. Now, what the indirect does in conjunction with the data validation is that where we are going to link the main classification cell to the chart of accounts and connect it to the item, right? Using the indirect function. So the formula is indirect and we select this one. All right, but we are not going to make it static. We are just going to make it, we are not going to lock the rows. We are just going to lock the column. So the E is the column and then the 4 is the fourth row, right? So what we are telling the Excel is that whenever there is a new table row, it should copy whatever content, the validations and then even the formulas to the new row, right? Okay, so this is the function of the indirect. And to reiterate, what the indirect function does in conjunction with the data validation is that it looks at whatever selection we have over here and then it brings the list from the chart of accounts to this side. Let us test example. So, okay, you see we have revenue over here. When you come here, you would only see in the chart of accounts the entries we have made under the revenue. But the drawback is that whenever you change this one, it means that you need to change this one as well. It will not automatically clear, right? So whenever you make a changes in the main classification, you need to come and then change it. And whenever you change this side to, the list here is going to change as well. So in our chart of accounts, we only have wages as cost of sales. Are we okay with it? So we can just make example. Um, let's say today is 1st January 2025. We can ignore this one. You see that automatically there is a new column, sorry, a new row which popped up right after we entered the date. This is the work of the, how do we call it? The conditional formatting. This is the work of the conditional formatting. Okay. So whenever we enter any amount, automatically it is going to come here. And if it were to be a negative figure, it is going to be in brackets, right? Okay, so this is the first step. Now, what we want is that we want to create the list, the ledger, the cash book ledgers, so that it relates to the chart of account that we have over here. And the easiest way to do that is to copy this one and paste it. Okay, so we want it how many times? 7 times. 2. Here, select yes to all. Yes to all. Yes to all. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are left with 2 more. Let's, oh, it didn't work. Okay, let us do it one after the other. Yes to all. Yes to all. All right, so now let us name this one CB2, CB3, CB4, CB5, CB6, and the last one, CB7. So we are going to do two additional functions, which is we are going to give the heading. No, we are going to give the title for each of the cash books, and we want to do it throughout. So let us select all of the cells for cash book. To select the other cells, you hold Control, then you click on the cells you want to select. Then we should insert a new row. Okay. Once we are done, let us ungroup all of the sheets once again. Okay. Now let us select everything back. We are going to give the title. So let us merge. Let us merge this side. Okay, so we've merged it all. Now let us ungroup it. All right. So let us come to the first, and we are going to use a formula. And this is the formula. Okay, let us select everything. Now we are going to use the concatenate formula. So we are going to use the word concatenate. Well, the function concatenate is that it joins words, right? So the first we want to include is um okay, so the first has to do with the name, the bank name. Once you are entering or registering or setting up a company, you are going to use the real bank names over here. Okay, so we are going to use this comma, and then we add cash book. We are done. Okay, so let us ungroup it. When we come to this side, we just change it to the third. Sorry, it should be 5. So the CB2 is 5 over here. When you check it, the CB2 is 5. It follows as such. The third is 6, 7, 8, and the seventh is 10. So we are done with the CB1, CB2. Let us go to the CB3. Here it is going to be 6. All right, here it is going to be 7. Here it is going to be 8, 9, and 10. All right, let us select all. Let us left align them. Let us cancel it now. Okay, so we are done with our our cash book ledgers. Now we are to create our journal entry ledger. So let us copy this one. Yes to all. And let us name it journal. So here we are going to change it to journal entry. But then we don't need this balance. And this side too is going to be 2. We should have, here it is going to be the debit main classification and debit item. Let us copy these 2 columns and come and insert them here. Oh, okay, so first let us unmerge this before we can do that. It is still not working. So let us insert normal columns and let us copy this and paste them here. So here let us change it to credit main account and credit item. Let us delete the balance we have over here since it serves no purpose. Okay, so what we are going to do next is um, we are going to remove the lock, right? So we've done that. So it means we need to do that for the cash books as well. But here we are going to lock the credit side. The credit amount is going to be locked. The reason being that we are going to automatically link whatever entry you make over here to this side. So the only changes you have to do is once you make the entry, then you also the credit item, or the credit to which you the journal entry, it's a double entry principle, right? So whenever you are making a journal entry, wherever you make a debit entry, there should be a corresponding credit entry. So this is the idea. Once you make any entry over here, then you also select the credit aspect to it, since this one relates to the debit and this one relates to the credit. All right. So let us do the locking of sales to the cash books as well. For the cash book, we are going to unlock everything with the exception of the balance, since that is a formula. Let us save it, ungroup it. Now, in the cash book, whenever we make any changes over here, let's say we have EcoBank. When we come to the first cash book, you see the name is going to be EcoBank Cash Book, right? Okay. When we change maybe the second one to GCB, this one is also going to change to GCB Cash Book. For instance, assuming we have a petty cash or cash on hand. So cash on hand. Here we are going to have cash on hand cash book. I think there is something should be done about this. Um, all right, let us add either underscore or hyphen. Let us add hyphen to this side, but I want us to use the replace formula. So let us select all of the cash books. And it follows this format. So what I did is I just copied this side and I've pasted it here. Oh, sorry, I've pasted it here. So now what we want to see is just hyphen here. So let us replace all. Thank you. 7 replacements has been made. So we can ungroup the sheets once again. Let us save it. And we are still on track. So thank you for being with me for this episode. In the next episode or session, we are going to bring in the financial statement itself. We are going to start creating a template for the financial statement. So thank you once again and see you in the next episode. Bye.